Hello lads, here we are for round 2, Battle for Middle-earth 2. Two towers are not enough. First time around, me and Lewis had our asses handed to us on BUCKLAND, and now we decided to go random once more and try our luck. Hopefully we wouldn't get spanked so easily the second time around. So yes, here we are, myself Jimbo. I went random but got Isengard, so it's lucky for me. Down here to the south, Lewis got dwarves, which I think was probably the first time ever he has been dwarves. I remember him asking me what the hell was the barracks, and he said what the hell is a hall of warriors. So that's always a good start. But yes, there we go. Over here we have Ryan, who also is unfamiliar with playing as dwarves. But he's getting an archery range there. Okay, so nothing else. Oh, barracks. Interesting where you put them, Ryan. I'd be interested to know what your thought process was, why they're sort of over there, I guess. And then up here we have Carl as men, and I think men is probably Carl's best faction, I would say. So here we are. So basically Carl's best versus my best, and then probably Lewis's worst versus Ryan's worst. So yeah, we'll see which ones cancel each other out. This is, I don't know whose this is actually. Let's all right, this is Lewis's. Okay, so there's two Gloinies. They're getting stuck in. Let's have a look. Fighting each other. Oh, he's running away. He's running away. He doesn't want a piece of it. He doesn't want a piece of it. Okay, this is quite a defensive thing to do, to put up a tower. I think it's almost a psychological thing as well. When you see a tower, you almost don't want to go near it. Good idea to put a mine there, behind, maybe behind, I guess. Maybe not. Okay, pikeys straight away. Rangers so early. Okay, so I came over here. This is interesting. So I've got them pinging right there. I figure the Rangers are probably the thing to get rid of. And then I figured to myself, because I've only got these two troops here, I haven't brought my forces to bear, I'm going to have Lurtz go on a wild goose chase over here to draw his forces away, which kind of worked. Okay. He's got to be careful there, Ryan. If he loses Gloin early game, it could be kind of devastating. Let's put War Chant on him. War Chant didn't get the heal or the rebuild then. Oh, he's gone. He's gonna go. He's gonna go. Oh, he's lost him. Ryan has lost his Gloin. Oh boy. Oh, this is a very, very forward bloody tower right here. Oh, he's got to take this out. He's got to take this out. So if he could get one of those builders, that'd be bloody handy. Where's more troops? Where's more troops? Come on, go, 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 go. I'd see what, some archers or something like that to put in here. I think if there were a couple of archers in here and maybe another tower there, I think this game would be over. Oh, this is brilliant. Don't go too close. Don't go too close. Oh yeah, Boromir with the blowback thing. That is so unfair, that thing. Like, Lurtz was over here and still... Right, so I lost Lurtz and then started to rebuild him. But it's okay, because I got my forces back in operational here. And I believe this... Yeah, I think just Boromir and these Rangers, I think, was just enough. But, oh, you've got to get some archers. There has to be archers in here. Where is he going? Very nice. very careful there. Right, up here I decided to get stuck in. Right, here we go. So I got stuck in over here. Carl putting up a tower. He's got rangers and he's on the open wood as well. There's getting picked off. The rangers are doing their bits. The crossbowmen, there's quite a few of those. I realise the jig is up. I really don't want to have 2 platoons of rangers up against 3 platoons of crossbowmen, but he's on the open wood. Because we all know how that would go, getting spanked. But yes, it was enough to make Carl send his main forces back and lurch back on the field, and then going all the way over here and then realise, yeah, I shouldn't. No, you little bugger. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so here we are back over here getting some pikeys, and I thought to myself, it's a good idea to get some wargs, try and run over some people over here. Now what is going on here? Now we've still got these 2 towers here. Lewis, these guardians inside the towers, they do fucking nothing. It's like the same as basically putting Urukai swordsmen inside these things. They ain't gonna do anything. Oh, what a hit! What a hit! And both these groins are dealing with it really, and because there's no archers in this thing, he's able to do it. His rangers are just parked here, just shooting shit, and I think that's a really good idea. I think Lewis just has to keep up. He has to keep it up all the time. More and more and more troops. There we go. Archers. That's a good idea. That's it. You just got to keep it up. Got to get rid of these fuckers, that's for sure. And the groins. Oh, and Ryan had his revenge and killed Lewis's bloody groin. How many times are these two going to be killing each other? That is the question. Here we go. Lewis has got quite a lot of guardians here. It's giving them the war chant as well. There's a bit of a stalemate going on up here. I'm sort of licking my wounds a little bit. I've got some wargs coming over to try and help try and break the deadlock. And I see these rangers and I figure these guys need to die. Oh yeah, Lewis is getting in there. Gotta keep it up though. Gotta keep that shit up. Keep going, that's it. Spam them out. And that is devastating. Why is it sometimes the blowback works and then sometimes it doesn't? I mean, with Lurtz on the carnage, Boromir's in trouble. He's taking damage. Oh, he heals him. He heals him. I'll get the hell out of there. So it's a brief little encounter. But Lewis has a lot of troops over here. There's a lot of white right here. And the archery range goes down. He's building a new one. He's already seen the writing on the wall. He's moved his main troop producing buildings over here to the right. Which is a good idea. Oh, I'm not sure if that's the right idea right now. I don't think so. I'm going to get these guys over here shooting all the troops. And Ryan is in a bit of a bad way down here. Lewis has got troops bloody falling into Ryan's base, just dripping in. There's nothing he can do. Oh, and Ryan's going to lose his groin this time. He's got to get him. He's got to get him. Lewis has got to get him. Oh, I think he's missing a trick here. I think he's missing a trick. What is he doing here? He's got to start getting all of this. Right, for some reason there's some random Ryan's troops over here. I'm bringing in some ballistas. There's another couple of battles here. I've got the Murderer Crows on these guys, giving them basically no armor whatsoever. The Rangers up against these guys. I figure if I've got a ballista, it might help. As you can see here, they just get absolutely butchered. That is an absolute butchery. And oh, yeah, Lewis is really doing the thing here. He's just, if he can clump this and get rid of this, it'll be in a really good way. Attack, 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 attack. Oh no. He went after the mine instead. Would have gone after this. Yeah, this is quite expensive. So Ryan's in up shit creek here. What are these troops doing? Get them involved. Get them involved. Down here. Destroy this one again. And I believe here, yes, my force here has been completely destroyed. And this is the thing, really. If you've got loads of rangers and Boromir doing the Horn of Gondor constantly, it is very, very difficult to be able to swing that back. So I've got only a few here, but I do ask Lewis for assistance. And Lewis brings over 4 platoons of Guardians and Gloin, and this is some serious assistance right here. I believe the Wargs didn't quite do what I wanted them to. I think they got stuck on these pikeys, but the ballistas, I believe, are helping. Lewis is still attacking over here, and the new Ryan's Gloin is out. He's very close to getting smoked right here. I think the best thing Lewis can do whilst his main force is helping me is to just sort of circle around and keep going around and taking out whatever mines you see. And I believe here Lewis's assistance was pivotal in being able to get this stuff operational. So I get these wargs, trying to trample as much of these guys as possible. I figured let's go on a little tour. And yes, I think Lewis's assistance there made all the difference. And I thought the ballistas actually fared quite well, actually. I think they did pretty good. So yes, getting out these buggers. He's taking out some farms. But going straight into these bikers and getting mutilated. And Lewis is going back, round and out. And Ryan has been able to... I don't think you need to be able to upgrade it. You just need more barracks, I think, Ryan. That's what you need, more barracks. So here's Lewis. I'm not sure if Lewis is sort of sending his troops up towards me. I think he is. I think Carl smells blood. He's got cheaper troops. Mine are 450. His are 200. I do the Wildman stuck in there as well. Lurt back on the field. And I've got the Murderer Crows as well, basically giving basically nullifying the Elven Wood here. So this is a real battle, and Lewis is over here attacking here. He's already done the slam, and I've got me ballistas giving it the big one over here. I believe that Carl's attack on me assisted Ryan tremendously, and I probably apologise for that, Lewis, because I did not realise how desperate it was becoming over here for you helping me. Right. And now Carl's on the run. Carl is on the run. You probably wanted to go for those men of Dale. I think they would have been able to shoot the shit out of these Guardians a lot quicker. But there's a big regroup here from Carl. And I've got some ballistas up right here, and more pikeys on the way to try and perform some sort of line. Probably should have put some bloody towers up, if I'm being honest, but well, there you go, I'm an idiot. Alright, so that's yeah, how many farms has he got? So I've got 750, Lewis got 750, Carl 660, and Ryan 300. So, right. Oh, he's healed him. Probably a bit preemptive. I think. So So I already used the ballistas to get rid of the siege works that Carl had here. And Carl, despite having less money, but he doesn't really need it if his Gondor soldiers are only 200, and mine are a lot more expensive. So I retreat my forces back over here, and back and forth it goes again. Ryan making inroads here in the south. He is taking that time, and he's got to be careful here, old Lewis. He's got to be careful. Getting stuck in behind. Right. Time to regroup a little bit here, I think. What the bloody hell to build? I need to start getting out the old upgrades, but can't really afford it at this moment in time. So Lewis has still got well, not much of a presence now. Not much of a presence now. I don't see many troops from Lewis. Not many at all. He's got King Dane randomly just sitting there in the middle. Got my pikeys out. And I got Saruman. Saruman is out. I don't have the 100% resources for burning trees to fuel the fires just yet. When I get to that sort of stage, the money starts tumbling in. Right, Lewis has got tons of cash and no bloody troops. Tons of cash and no troops. Lewis, talk me through it. What's going on? Right, the others... Ryan, bloody fuck. Get some bloody mines, will you? For Christ's sake. Carl needs your assistance over here. Right, so Lewis has got tons of money and lots of potential command points, but then chooses not to. And Ryan doesn't have either. Okay, so it's a bit of a stalemate over here. Down the Horn of Gondor. But he's already level 4. He's already level 4. And I believe it looks like a couple of platoons are on their way. I think Carl has mentioned to Ryan that he needs a bit of assistance here. King Dane is here, and he's giving the damage and the armor. Saruman. Lurt's right here, giving them plus 50% damage. Here we go, Saruman. Quite devastating, actually. Yeah, there's one little hit. I really did need to follow this up with some ballistas. I did not have the ballistas. And Lewis, I think, is slowly starting to get back into it, but he's got the Shatter Hammer. If Ryan wants to use it, he can use that. And that would be devastating if he did. It's a very tenuous hold that I have over here. And the blowback on Boromir. How does he bloody like it? I think I'm going to lose Saruman. And the Rohirrim comes at the right time. Oh, and Saruman bit the bullet. And the Rohirrim come in to crush the Wildmen. And it's an absolute fuckfest that's going on right here. Absolute nightmare. There is sweet fuck all you can do about it. I figure maybe it's time for a little bit of berserker cheekiness. You never quite know. And there's some troops here. I don't know, Carl, I think you should have taken these guys back, or at least sort of put them right by the fortress or something like that. And they've been able to get back this position right here. And now they're capitalizing on it, and coming back in. Naked ballistas, I don't like that. A bit silly from myself. That's really fucking stupid. And it looks like Lewis is in a bit of a tough way, but he has got Gimli out. He's level 1. He needs to be getting involved. This is not good. Right, 3 berserkers randomly wandering over the map. Right, we've got ballistas sneaking on the other side of the map. And I believe this is Lewis's Hobbits, and Lewis has played bloody well as my ally, that's for sure today. I've needed his help more than once, and he has come through. Right, and I've got the berserkers coming over, but I don't want to alert anyone. I'm not quite sure. Oh yeah, I think I did that accidentally. I kept on doing Control 0. Right. Ooh, what a hit. Huh. Well, that didn't work out. I know exactly what happened there. Usually I do Control 0 for those guys. And what happened was that I did Control 0, but I actually meant these guys. Yep, whoops. Okay, Lewis building a barracks in here just in case. Ryan probably would have been able to do better if he had some more command points. He has to be careful with old Gimli. And the Rangers are causing me all kinds of trouble. They are very, very difficult to be able to beat. And Boromir, got alerts coming out. And I have to take care of this. Absolutely have to take care of this bloody trebuchet. I'll get on with it. Jesus Christ. There you go. And that is very, very close. There's a lot of Rangers here doing a lot of damage. Oh, Saruman comes out at the right bloody time. That's what you need. And Carl doesn't want to fight Saruman. He runs away. And probably a good idea too. Because I will do the old force push and the fireball. He's got some heroes here. Dane, Gloin. But meanwhile, he's walking in and around here. Gimli's randomly over there. Lewis. Got to take him back. This is what happened to my lumber mill over here. Yeah, that sucks. Ryan is really getting stuck in here. This is such a 50-50 game. I can't believe it. I didn't realise what was going on down here though, Lewis. This is not looking good. Ryan, you got no excuses here, mate. You got no bloody excuses. Level 10 and this with these troops. All you got to do is just make sure that you get this battle wagon in there to be able to do its thing. Alright, here we go. So now I've got 100% resources, fuel the fires. So it's, yeah, getting more cash now. 360, Carl, he's not got much money. Ryan, slightly more command points. I think that's the thing, when you're going to get to, we're just entering late game, I think. And if you just keep up with it again and again and again, Isengard can do it, because they've got the money, but men, they don't. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Okay, so Ryan has got a commanding presence right here. I think Lewis definitely needed to have his 3 heroes back there, but they are over here getting stuck in. He's going to lose Dane. Oh, wow. And Ryan is very reluctant to get stuck in. Don't know what he's waiting for. Is he after a catapult or something like that? Don't know. Right, I'm moving my 3 berserker boys. I figured now I've got to go somewhere where nobody's around, so I did a quick palantir, had a look around, sort of hid them behind a tree over here, and then just waited for the coast to be clear. How lucky is that? Another level, boys, another level. Right, Carl's over here. He's got troops. Carl's definitely in a better position than I am, that's for sure. But you know, my guys are just not not got what he's got. Right. And very, very slowly taking out Ryan's fortress. And Ryan, I think, was more preoccupied with what was going on here, which was the moment I was waiting for, was to basically see some red in Lewis's base. And the moment I see that, I was going to get stuck in and hopefully just completely avoid anything that he was doing. So I wasn't even here or anything because I might have been too close to these rangers. But it looks like these boys are going to be able to do it. And he has a big force. It's too bad I don't have a watcher right there, that's for sure. And I've got a much better sort of like force forming, and now it's time to get upgrades because I've got the money. So here we go. He's getting stuck in. He's got a bloody battle wagon there. He's got lots, but his fortress is gone. His fortress is gone. So now I'm over here. I want to get rid of his forge works as well. See what else I can get. I'm not sure if he's clocked. Yep, he's clocked it now. I think obviously that notification of who was defending the fortress has just come in. And Lewis is over here. Lewis is probably spending more of his time now up here in the north. But I think he should have been concentrating a bit more on what was going on in the south. So yeah, I'm just basically pissing about, making him follow me around. And then I'm screaming at Lewis, basically saying that he's lost his fortress, and Lewis is thinking that I actually I destroyed Carl's fortress. So, bit of a communication fuck up from myself. Should have actually explained whose fortress I was actually talking about. And I believe about 5 minutes later, it finally dawned on him that, oh yeah, it was Ryan's, that he should sort of go in. But I believe now you can see Lewis is sort of making a bit more of a concerted push, and Ryan cheekily putting an archery range right here. I think that was the wrong building to come out with. I think a barracks probably would have been a couple of barracks, but hi-ho. And now I believe Lewis sees that there's the turn of the tide. Dane is over here. I think he could have been best served over there. Randomly these guys are getting stuck in, and it seems like a bit of a defensive line is forming on either side here, and that platoon is completely wiped out. Lovely. Interesting movement from Carl. Oh, got to be careful with Dano. He's got to be careful with Dane. He's not got as much health as the others. There we go. That was a weird bit of a lightning here to start off with. I sort of, when I saw it and I did it, I thought, oh no, it's got the wrong area. But yes, those trebs, history. Now getting more and more of these troops out. More ballistas on the way. And upgrades now. The money's starting to tumble in. I got the money. Lewis has got the money too. Carl, not much money, and Ryan is okay. Carl must be spending like Billio to be able to do what he can do, but he's got the marketplace. Maybe I think the marketplace should have been there maybe about 10 minutes earlier. I think to help him with the cash situation. I have been chopping his farms and shit like that, I guess, whenever I can. And I was the only one to get the inn, by the way. And this came at the wrong bloody time. Great timing for old Carl, that's for sure. And I quickly maneuver my troops as far away as I possibly can. And I launch a dragon on his base, because I was saving this up. God, look at the devastation on this. This is crazy. Obviously, you're trying to do one thing and the other, but it's very, very difficult. I try to get the wargs out of here, try to get the berserkers out of here. Yeah, I think, yeah, lost everyone except for Saruman. And there's a major presence. And he's only got one trebuchet. That's all he's got. He's got nothing to finish me off here. And Carl is all the way inside the base. Berserkers here. Bit of a desperate sort of push here, I think. Army of the Dead gone. And he's coming back. And now Lewis is making a big push into Ryan's base. He knows he has to do something here. Lewis has to be able to put Carl to the sword here, because Ryan does not have much. And I think Carl is thinking the same thing on my side, where he's basically got the opportunity here to be able to put me to the sword. I don't think he has enough. I don't think he has enough. And I think this trebuchet, Carl, I think you really needed that to be making a bit of an inroad here. Oh, and an undermine. I believe Lewis was asking me, what can I do to help? Undermine. Would an undermine work? And I said, I don't know. I guess so. Not quite sure, to be honest. But I think it did, actually. Right. And he's got a decent position. Decent position over here. I'm about to have some walls popping out. And very stupidly, I had Saruman up there, who would have been very, very helpful if I had him here. But the wargs came out at the right time, and I don't see any pikeys anywhere. So now it's time for some trampling. I see a gigantic force over here from Lewis, and Lewis is getting stuck in. He's not letting Ryan go. He smells blood. Ryan is bleeding. It's that scene in Jaws where you just sort of look around and you see the shark's fin. And that is Lewis coming in for the kill here. And I think he must already be building in Carl's base, surely. And Carl is desperate. He's desperate to follow up here. But I don't think he just didn't have enough. He did not have enough. I think my wargs and my wildmen coming in at the right time to trample all the right troops, I think. Yeah, hi ho. There we go. It's all coming to pieces now. Carl has still a sizable presence here, but I don't think he's been able to follow it up properly. I still think another siege works. There has to be a siege work. No, it's a barracks. I don't see any siege works. Plenty of these though. He's got that presence, but I think once we get past this little stage right here, I think I've got the money for it. Yeah, 3.5 grand. I've got bloody no truth. I've got to build these barracks to get back in there. Lewis got money. Carl, a little bit. Ryan has got money. He has got money. Oh yeah, this is a good inclusion. Keep that pressure on him. And finally, I figure out how to bring Saruman into the battle. That might have been a bit more helpful before. But here we go. It's getting stuck in. Lewis down here, streaming into Ryan's base. Might have taken a while, but it's slowly working. And this presence of Ryan's down here is pretty much ineffectual. And Carl is probably ruined the day that he has not been able to put me to the sword here. I think I probably... Very nice, very nice. I believe that would be Lewis's meteor shower. And now I'm doing what I should have done right from the bloody day dot, which is actually put some fucking towers up. Because as we know, Isengard's troops are okay against men's forces, but only if it's pikey versus pikey. But when there's rangers on the field, you'd be crazy to do that. So yes, I got the money tumbling in, and still got lots of level 3 farms all over the place. And I think yeah, I guess Lewis doesn't need his heroes anymore, but he can sort of stick them on the front lines here with Gimli. And now those tower lines are getting up, and I think because Carl has sort of pushed his forces out, he's got some towers here, but this is very, very difficult to be able to defend. If you had a tower line here, it's now almost too close to mine, and I've got the, I guess almost like the high ground really. But with Gimli, Saruman and Lurtz here, this makes it very difficult for Carl to be able to get back here. And now it's time for ballistas. So I think Lewis coming in and helping me those couple of times really did assist. I think I also screwed up myself a little bit too by not having towers up earlier, I think, because certainly the pikeys and the crossbowmen versus the Gondor soldiers, pikeys, Boromir and rangers, it's almost it's a no contest. The men are always going to win that one, so I should have thought a little bit more about it and should have put those up sooner. But they are by no means licked just yet. They are by no means licked just yet. They've been crowded in. Carl's been in my base a few times, but not been able to finish it off. I, on the other hand, have only been into Carl's base tepidly on the outskirts and not been able to make much inroad. But it's starting to change now, bringing in the big guns. And yeah, Gimli on Slayer mode, leveling up like a little bastard. I probably should have taken this out sooner, but I did tell Lewis to destroy any and all mines or farms that you see down here in the south, so that we can completely corner them up here in the top right of the map. Be very, very careful here. He's already had Slayer, and this is the beauty of having ballistas and more ballistas and more ballistas coming in. So the towers are going up. This will be very difficult for Carl to breach now, unless he had Earthquake, which I know at this point he won't have because he's already gone for Army of the Dead. Well, that was nice. And whose was that? A little arrow volley against the undermine. Whose was that? Right, Lewis has almost got it. He's experimenting with all of the power points here. Carl has got Army of the Dead. And he's got the Rangers here, so he's probably 24 away from being able to get Earthquake. And Ryan doesn't have a fortress. So, yeah. Ooh, should have put these in. Stupid. Right, so I fancy my position here because I can see exactly what Carl is doing as well. Has he got... No, he hasn't. He never was able to afford to have the Ivory Tower. That's interesting. And Ryan has got the cash. He's got the cash. Okay. Carl realizes he has to make a move. He has to make a move. He has to do something here. Now, be mindful here, because he has the old Dominate here to transfer troops. So, he's been able to heal some troops here. Oh, here we go. And now, all of these troops have now become my troops. How about that? I love that damn ability. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And now I use his own troops to shoot at his own troops. But I think now with all of these towers going up, it's now too difficult. And these guys are pretty much incurring almost next to no damage whatsoever now that they've got the upgrades. So, more and more ballistas, more troops. And I send these guys away. I think they're only going to be mine for a little bit longer. Strange ability to do that, but very helpful in that moment. I don't think it would have worked anyway because you don't have enough trebuchets here, I think, Carl. But losing that battle was the last thing, I think. But Lewis is attacking and advancing in from the south here as well. And even, I think even without Lewis's attack right here, that was a foregone conclusion, but it's pretty much the icing on the cake. These walks are still here. And yes, Lewis playing like a pro, making sure wherever he sees a level 3 farm, he's getting rid of it, making sure that they reduce the amount of command points that they have. Okay, so the ballista's slowly moving out, and I'm sort of chopping everything in my way. Is that Pippin? Mary. Mary just killed a ranger. Look at that. Look, Mary's killing a ranger. Okay. Ooh, out come the bloody battle wagons. Alright. How are they doing? They're not too good against these towers, though. Yeah. That is unfortunate. But they did very good. They're very good trample damage, though. And that guy got ballisted. Big time. Okay. Here he comes. What is he doing over here? Whee! The shatter hammer, and I zapped him as well. That would have been so unfortunate if you had done the shatter hammer. They moved over here, and then I missed the zapper. That would have been very unfortunate. Gloin versus Boromir. He didn't want to take that fight. He didn't want to take it. He's getting out of there at the right time. Right, nothing in there. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. And this is a slow death. This is death by 1,000 cuts. The towers are moving. Towers aren't moving. There's nothing they could do. They're cornered into the top here. You can smell the fear. Fear, the city is rank with it. That is for sure. And by just a few little things, the whole game has really turned. Interesting to sort of see what really turned it. I think Carl advancing in my base, he had the opportunity, but I don't think there was anything really to take out the buildings. You had the Rangers, but I had, I guess, the Wargs to run them over, Saruman to come out, the Ballistas to come out, and then I was able to counter-attack. So I think perhaps there was an opportunity to be able to continue the attack if you had continued just to take it, sending forces over. If there were a few trebuchets or some Gondor soldiers, just to be able to finish off all of my barracks, then I probably would have been in a very, very squeezy little position there. But yeah, I got another force coming in here as well. Primary force here, secondary force there. So yeah, I think there are just a few moments. I think, yeah, I think Ryan had the opportunity to take care of Lewis in the south there, but I think really did not take the opportunity there that was at hand. I think Lewis was definitely there for the taking, and that wasn't taken. Carl was in my base at least a few times, and that I think shows the vulnerabilities that Isengard has against men. I think where unless we're talking late game, where I think Isengard has an advantage over men. Before then, and before the upgrades and whatnot, I think it's a very difficult contest if you're going to be Isengard against men early or mid game. There we go, freezing them for Lewis. He's got Gloin, Dane, and there's old Boromir here. They're fighting for their lives. And Lewis has done an earthquake on him, on that fortress. It's time to send in the big guns. Moving in the troops as well. I've got pikeys here moving in as well. No need for Lewis to have any of these catapults and whatnot, because I've got enough over here myself. And just like that, it's almost within the space of a few minutes, the entire game hinges and just turns around. Boromir ain't gonna get away this time. He is a goner. Toast. And that was oh, they all got back up. And this, I think, was a great victory for me and Lewis, especially when it was right from the jaws of defeat. I thought we were looking at another defeat. I thought me and old Lewis, but we were able to turn it around ridiculously. We got a bit lucky, some of it, I think, but very good team play. And what a cheeky bugger move by Ryan, just to change the stats. But I bring all these guys back, put them all back in the middle, and then heal them, so they're all back together again. No harm done. And I think without even moving the builder, yeah, there's just nothing to do, is there? Oops, I think that's killing all your troops, isn't it? There we go. Didn't even have to do the tower creep that badly. But yes, one hell of an epic game that ebbed and flowed both ways. Really could have gone either way, I think, that game. I think there were just a couple of things. I think Carl, I think, should have put me to the sword and I should have been out, I think, a couple of those times. But I just managed to sneak back enough to be able to push him out. And then once I had the extra money by having the fuel the fires, then I was able to get all the upgrades, bring out Saruman again, put the towers up, and that really changed it. Probably should have put some towers up beforehand, but what can I say? But anyway, well played, everybody. Catch you on the next one.